allow me to say there have been many, many nights as I watch NBA games when I thought Donovan Mitchell was much better than a guy I've often referred to as George Paul as opposed to Paul George. Paul George has never been anything but a complimentary star, and Donovan, in flashes and bursts, looks like a superstar. But to both your points, when push came to shove last night, it was just reverberating disrespect to not only Donovan, but obviously Rudy Gobert. What is he, a two-time Defensive Player of the Year? Because the problem with Donovan is, as much as I have loved him, as much as I loved him as a rookie, remember we went back and forth, Shannon, you and I, about Donovan Mitchell versus Ben Simmons for Rookie of the Year. And yet, every time I try to buy completely into Donovan, he throws a 5 of 22 at me. And he can be wildly erratic, wildly inconsistent with his superstar play. Obviously, he got on a roll against Jamal Murray, and those two kids just lit up the bubble night after night after night in that shootout of a series. But then there'll be other times when Donovan just disappears, and I don't get it. I don't think LeBron gets it. I don't think Kevin Durant gets it. And so they're both just shrugging at Donovan Mitchell, falling all the way to the bottom of this barrel. And I'm with both of you, and especially with Chris. I think the whole league is sitting back looking at Utah saying, hey, look, they've made the most threes so far in the first half of the season because they have taken the most threes. So they are living and dying by the three, and they've been hot for most of the whole first half. Even in the recent games they lost at New Orleans and Philly, they still shot the heck out of the three. But the defense has carried them. They've been ranked second overall to the Lakers in defensive efficiency, and yet nobody buys Gobert because we just saw back-to-back games in which both Zion and Joel Embiid basically just bullied him. That they just don't have great respect for him. They think they can terrorize a 7'2" guy who's not the physically strongest or mentally toughest guy out there. And to Chris's point, that they think he'll fold under fire, and sometimes he does. So nobody is afraid of the Utah Jazz, yet they end up the first half with, what are they, 27-9? They're 27-9. They're 2.5 games clear of anybody in the West or the East, and nobody has any respect for them. So if, it's like, are you men or mice? Because they just got challenged last night, and we will see how they respond to that challenge through the second half and going into the playoffs, because if they're made of anything of substance, they will respond well to this.